every culture has their underworld, right? White culture, Asian culture, Chinese culture, Japanese culture, Italian culture. Every culture has like an underworld and an underbelly.
They all have criminals and bad people.
They all got criminals and bad people. But it stays in the underworld. The problem I find with black people is we've pushed our underworld and our underbelly to the surface. And that's what we now think is the upper echelon. So yeah, rap about how many packs you sold. Do you get me? Like the women can do all kinds of debauchery behavior and then be like, oh yeah, it's just feminism. And it's like every culture has an underbelly, but black people's underbelly has been pushed to the surface. And now it's like we need to adhere to that. It's like, no, that's the underbelly, bro. That's the underworld. That's not who we are. Most black people are not like this. Most black people don't sell drugs. Do you know what I'm saying? But most black people aren't, oh yeah, I want to get this. I want to buy this Gucci bag and I want to buy this and da-da-da. Most of us aren't like that. But because it's the underworld and the underbelly has been pushed to the surface, most of us, well, not saying most of us, a lot of us are aspiring to the underworld. Or trying to look like we're a part of the underworld, and I'm just not down for it.
Cool. So that is a good point, and I agree. My question is, you know, like the mafia and stuff. Now they made like loads of movies around all of that stuff. Is that written by them though? Or is it starred? Like, does it star ex-mafia people? Does it star Italian people?
I don't know.
So that's my question, because some people might be watching and like, yeah, but you know, we see things like Scarface and Rare. Like,
the thing is, I say about the black community is, a lot of the things that others are allowed to get away with, we have to be very careful of. Like, for instance, if you wore a hoodie, regardless of whether you're a criminal or not, you're going to get seen a certain way.
Facts.
Do you get what I'm saying? And so we have to understand that there's a line that we have to kind of tread. Some people can get away with things. So the Italians who are European can get away with glamorizing. In this current society, I'm not saying that it's fair, by the way, they can get away with glamorizing their Italian mafia, and not all Italians are seen as,
and that's what it is though,
mafia.
That's the fact of it.
Yeah, they're not all seen as mafia. They can have that, they can glamorize their underworld and still not be seen. Once we glamorize our underworld, we're seen as that.
Yeah, it's true. If you think about it, if you lot saw 4 Italian guys walking, hair slicked, you ain't gonna think that.
You're not gonna think, oh yeah, mafia, and be like,
no chance. It's true. Whereas if you saw like 4 black guys in a hoodie and trackies, you're gonna label them under that thing. So he's got a point.
So that's what I'm trying to say. And I'm not saying it's fair, by the way.
No, it's not, but it's a fact.
But it's a fact of
reality.
It's a reality of how we're